Fantastic. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from today. Welcome to our information session and Q&A session for the SDG Innovation Accelerator for Young Professionals. This is a great opportunity to connect ahead of the official launch in 2023 and answer any questions that you may have regarding this program. During this 1 hour session, we'll spend some time to go through the various components of this program and give you a little bit of an overview of what to expect. And then the most important part, we will be answering your questions. So please make good use of the Q&A function that you see on the screen. And this is where you could actually ask all the questions that you have. Please also do feel free, as I said, to use the chat function to introduce yourself, tell us your name and where you're coming from. Just a note that today's session will be recorded and both the slides and the recording will be posted online after the session. The session is also available in Spanish and to enable Spanish simultaneous translation for this webinar. Please click on the interpretation button that you see in the control bar at the bottom of your screen and just select Spanish and you will be able to follow us in Spanish. So with that, let's get started. So my name is Bruna Elias. I'm currently leading the SDG Innovation Accelerator for Young Professionals at the UN Global Compact office, and I'm currently based in New York. And I would like to start this presentation by this quote by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres that says that we could do things that are a little bit different and we could do different things. And now is the time to really start doing this. Whenever we talk about innovation, it's always an overwhelming topic and people don't really know where to get started. But he says that innovation is really in the simplest of things. It's about being bold, being revolutionary, disrupting everything that is around us. And innovation is the only way to really overcome the challenges of our time. And this is why we are here today to really discuss this SDG Innovation Accelerator by the UN Global Compact. So he really stresses on the fact that now is the time to think for the long term, to deliver for young people and young professionals. And this is the only way that we will be prepared for the challenges that are ahead of us. And really, this code has been framing, if you want, the word and the work around SDG innovation that we have been doing for the last couple of months and a year by now. And we're really excited to be launching the accelerator in 2023. So just to give you a little bit of background and overview. So in 2019, the UN Global Compact launched, some of you might have heard of it, the Young SDG Innovators Program, which was also an innovation and entrepreneurship accelerator for professionals under the age of 35 for UN Global Compact companies. So since then, we had more than 900 young professionals and participants from more than 300 companies across 15 countries that took part of the program from 2019 to 2022. And over the course of the program, we've seen more than 300 SDG business solutions that were identified and developed because of the accelerator. And this was done through new products, services, and initiatives. And those initiatives really range from circular economy, inclusive finance, carbon emissions reductions, a lot of different topics and themes. And at the same time, the end of 2021, which was last year, marked 2 years into the decade of action towards the ambitious 2030 agenda and the deadline that we have for the Sustainable Development Goals. And in those 2 years, no need to really tell you, but the world has really seen a global pandemic that continues to affect the millions of lives, and it continues to worsen environmental crisis and social injustice and inequity. We have a crisis across food, energy, finance systems, So with the onset of the COVID-19 health pandemic and all the impacts that it has on societies and economies around the world, we really know that the role of youth and young people and innovation to advance the SDGs now is more critical than ever. And for businesses to survive in this new normal that we call, they must tap into two great resources that they have: the capacity and innovation of young people and their youth working at those organizations, and the enormous market potential of the SDGs. And this is what we're doing at the UN Global Compact. So really bridging the themes of youth innovation and the transformation of the private sector at the scale and speed that is needed, we realized that we really have a critical opportunity here to mobilize young people that work in companies that are part of the UN Global Compact to innovate from within and accelerate the transition towards new business models that really align with the SDGs. And this is how the SDG Innovation Accelerator was really born this year and will be officially launched in 2023. So just to give you a little bit overview on the accelerator itself, this is a program that engages young professionals, companies that are participating in the UN Global Compact around the world to learn how to use the Sustainable Development Goals as a catalyst for the development of new products and services. So we're really building on the UN Global Compact's work on breakthrough innovation for the SDGs. And we really want to connect mid-level and junior managers, so age 35 and younger, across diverse business units to generate bold but also viable solutions that have a positive impact on the company and the SDGs. So in a nutshell, each team of young innovators will, over the course of 9 months, work on a challenge that is very specific to their own company with one particular goal, and it's to design a more sustainable business model or initiative or product that will advance the company's sustainability efforts while also driving innovation and delivering tangible solutions with potential market value. So we're really happy that this program takes participants through a design thinking approach to innovation by focusing on the SDGs. So the participants will run through each phase of the program. We have separate phases and modules, and will be provided with a lot of resources, tools, and methodologies that will guide them through the process of identifying a challenge for their own company, then designing and testing solutions for this challenge, and then validating the solutions for business value as well as SDG impact. So we're very proud to say that the program really contributes to corporate behavior change by really exposing all the participants to various business models and transformation tools, and even digital transformation tools that can be adopted by their own companies. And we will go over this in details in few. We're happy to say that so far we have all those participating countries, and the program is being done in the participating countries that you see on the screen. So if you see your country on the screen, that means that you have the chance to really take part in this accelerator on your local level. The program benefits are so many. But we are trying as much as possible to present them to you in an easy way. So for the participants' benefits, as in the innovators, the benefits are a lot of benefits. First of all, it's just a very good learning and development opportunity, because we have a lot of resources that were developed by experts around innovation for the SDGs. And we developed a very comprehensive curriculum and a learning path that will be shared with the innovators and the participants. And we offer a blended learning experience with in-person workshops, as well as on-demand courses and classes and live sessions online. We also have a lot of case studies, company visits, peer learning sessions, forum discussions around SDG innovation, and innovation in general. It's a great professional experience because you will get the chance to really meet with other peers and connect with other business units within your own company, but also with other companies in your country, in other companies in other countries, working in this accelerator program. You'll also get a chance to be coached and mentored by professionals locally and globally, internationally. And those individuals will really help you select the challenge that you want to work with, and then move from challenge to actual implementation and come up with a product at the end of the accelerator. And we cannot stress enough on the fact that it's just a huge global network of SDG innovators across the globe that often have a lot of benefits even after the program, with a lot of speaking opportunities and opportunities to share their experience and inspire others to join the movement and innovate for the SDGs. The company benefits are also so many. It's a great way to accelerate the SDG integration within the company's sustainability strategies. Because we see a lot of companies saying that we want to innovate for the SDGs, we want to create this disruption, but we don't know where to start. We don't know, we don't have the resources. And we often tell them that, hey, so if you nominate a team to join this accelerator program, then you might get the chance to do so. And perhaps, you never know, we have a lot of case studies available on this, that companies actually adopt the solution and the product that emerges out of this program and end up implementing it in-house in their own companies. In addition to this, it's great to create a culture of innovation and to really work hand in hand, all business units together, to really create the impact on the SDGs and not have it siloed or just housed under the CSR or the marketing department or the sustainability individuals themselves. So it's a great way to really contribute, have everyone contribute to the sustainability strategy of the company. It also increases employee engagement because you're offering them an opportunity of a lifetime. I know I am biased, but it is an opportunity of a lifetime for those young professionals, because they will be able to have all those resources and opportunities. And last but not least, the companies, they do gain global recognition for participating in the program and will also be showcased as innovation leaders, let's say, and best practices in the sphere of SDG innovation. So that's a great way to get innovation exposure and recognition. So who should participate? Some of you already checked it on the website, on the brochure, maybe on the promo video, but this particular accelerator is open only to young performing employees, age 35 and below. So if you are 35 and below, if you're interested in sustainability, innovation, breakthrough impact, if you're interested in entrepreneurship, then this is something for you. If you're also interested in business innovation and technologies that we use to really impact the SDGs, then this is something that is for you. And also, if you are available and able to dedicate a minimum of 5 hours a month to the accelerator, because as I said, there is a learning plan with on-demand sessions and workshops. So if you have enough time to dedicate to this accelerator, then this is where you should be, and you should start applying to join this accelerator. So for the participants, the way that we do it is that we have teams. So the team that represents the company is formed of several team members, and every team member, they have a role. So the innovators are the young professionals aged 35 and below. So they are the junior managers coming from any business unit at the company. Usually the team has 2 to 4 individuals, so minimum 2, maximum 4. In addition to this, each team will have a champion. A champion is someone from the senior management, so obviously above the age of 35, someone who's been working at the company who could mentor this team internally and make sure that they are on the right path and that the solution that they are presenting and working on addresses a challenge and a problem that is within the company. In addition to the champion, that is someone that works at the same company but is senior, you will have a mentor. A mentor is someone who does not work with you in the same company. External mentor, they could be individual consultants, university professors. Our local networks, they are right now identifying mentors to match with the teams. And the mentors really will be advisors from the very beginning when you will be lost and you would not know what you're working on, to the very last stage when you will have, hopefully, a full-fledged project to present. So those are the three main components of the team. We also have facilitators. Those are the people who will be giving you the workshops in person, hopefully, locally in your respective countries. We have experts. Those are global experts that will be provided by us at the global level. So during the program, if you are working on a solution and you say that, hey, you know what, we need to have a one-on-one call with an artificial intelligence expert. So here is where the UN Global Compact comes in and will match you with this expert, and you will have this one-on-one call and they will be able to answer all your questions and guide you in your solution. And finally, the program manager will be someone who will be available locally to answer any questions and will be with you from the beginning till the end and will be your connection with us at the global level. We are very proud of the curriculum that we have developed. As I mentioned before, it's a blended learning experience. So we have a mix of online and in-person workshops. We have a lot of team exercises, case studies, company visits, forum discussions, and more. And during the course of the 9 months, you'll really get the chance to collaborate with all those leaders that are either presented to you by your local networks or by us at the global level. We're really prepping a lot of interesting sessions with global leaders and experts to talk about topics that are interested to you and that will benefit you in your journey. You will be able to connect with all those young professionals across the world. We do expect to have 1,000 young professionals. We will also have a platform where you can log in and see all the profiles and eventually connect and share your best practices, your experiences, or simply make new friends. And lastly, you will be building organizational learning skills that we see so far very important. So this program, it is true that it's just a 9-month program, but we reap the benefits year after year, and we really see our young innovators striving in their own companies and coming up with new ideas and solutions even beyond the program itself. So those are some practical details and just a little bit of glimpse of what to expect. Again, we have the on-demand sessions that are pre-recorded that you will have access to on our learning management system. So whenever you're joined, it will give you the username and password, and you will have your learning plan and path in front of you. And you will have access to those on-demand sessions that you can watch at your own pace and at your own convenience, because we know that you also have your daily job that's taking a lot of time and effort. We also have live sessions. Those will also be recorded, so you will be able to take a look at them afterwards, but we do encourage you to really join in real time because they will be with experts talking about topics that we all like storytelling, prototyping, entrepreneurship, and other really interesting topics, what we call the evergreen topics. So all the changes that we have and all the hot topics around us. And lastly, the innovation camps. Those are one-day workshops that the local network in your own countries will be able to facilitate a lot of training sessions, exercises, to really make sure that you grasped all the material that was presented in the on-demand sessions and the live sessions, and that you'll be able to move forward in your product or solution. And as I said, you'll also have access to resources and exercises. And as soon as you complete all the types of sessions that you see for each one of the modules, you will be able to move to the next step and unlock the next step. So just to also give you a little bit of overview, when I talk about module, what I mean, we have 5 major modules, and we move from SDG exploration, just general topics around SDGs, business innovation, businesses, and all the challenges that they face today, to solutions testing and validation. So innovators really come to the program with absolutely no idea what they're going to develop. They have no idea what their solution would be like. And then, because we have this really design thinking approach to innovation, we walk them through the program, and then they'd be able to move from SDG exploration to solutions testing and validation. In terms of timeline, we are currently recruiting participants, so we do encourage you, if you are interested, to get in touch with the local network as soon as possible and submit your applications, because the recruitment phase and the sign-up phase will end in January 13. So we know that the month of December is going to be busy with the holidays and everything, but we really encourage you to do this as soon as possible. We will have a global onboarding session on at the end of January. This is where you will be able to meet all the participants and get the chance to really learn more about what to expect and your learning path and everything. And then the module 1 will start in February, and we will end by September 2023 with an innovation summit. Just to give you a little bit of an idea what's happening in September, there's a big stock-taking event that is taking place. It's the big SDG summit that the United Nations is organizing. And it has a lot of topics, it has a lot of plenary discussions, and it's a big event that will bring together a lot of stakeholders and actors. And on the sidelines of this event, we will be able to host an innovation summit to showcase all the projects and the program in general. So if we want to go over the modules real quick, the SDG exploration phase is the first module that you saw, and it's completely online with a mix of on-demand and live sessions. Innovators, really, you will get the chance to explore the core concepts around business and the SDGs, the evolution from Millennium Development Goals to Sustainable Development Goals, and how you can prioritize certain goals in your own organization and solution, how to integrate the global goals into your business strategy, and also a lot of sessions around the power of entrepreneurship to accelerate the transitions towards business models and products and technologies that align with the SDGs. The second module is a challenge identification phase. It's when you really discover breakthrough opportunities for your own companies. This is when you really scratch our brain and we use SDG-related tools to better understand how your business impacts the SDGs and how you can learn to frame and identify your SDG business challenge. So we will go over a lot of topics, but most importantly, the first concept or pillar of breakthrough innovation, which is the breakthrough mindset. And also we will be talking a lot in this particular module on design thinking. And we will spend a significant amount of time focusing on understanding and exploring a lot of tools to identify SDG impacts that you'll be able to use to build your SDG challenge. And you really should come out of this camp and out of this module in general able to understand how to identify the business impacts on the SDGs. The third one is the challenge definition, and it's where you really start refining and validating your SDG business challenge. So it's not just an idea. Now we really want to move to an actual confirmed idea of what your challenge and defined idea of your challenge. So you will really understand how to set a level of ambition for the challenge that will achieve breakthrough impact, as well as how to really ensure that the challenge is speaking to the heart of the problem. We will explore a lot of sustainable business models. That is another pillar of breakthrough innovation. And we will also explore how to really validate and define your stakeholders and develop customer personas, because, hey, who wants to create a product that doesn't address the needs or even the customers that we want to? And this will lead us actually to the solution development phase, which is the next big thing in the program journey. And you will have a very solid understanding of your SDG business challenge, and you will start thinking of potential solutions. And here's the crazy part. You will have a lot of solutions. Let's do this, let's do that. And really, you should let your creativity take over and generate as many solutions and ideas that you think is possible. But by the end of the session, you will have at least one or two potential solutions that you think are best in addressing the SDG business challenge that you have. So we will give you all the tools and resources that you need to develop your solutions. And honestly, like most of the workshops, they're just heavily activity-based. So we rely on activities and exercises to allow your companies to be creative and generate new ideas, and even quickly test those ideas using some prototyping methods. And finally, the last module is the solutions testing and validation. And this is where we take the solution and we measure, we assess, and we see how to communicate the SDG impact of the business solution. This is a very important phase because we will have a clear understanding of how to test the solution, and we will have a more or less final MVP at the end of this phase. And then we'll also learn how do we set the indicators, the targets, and the goals for the solution, and really make sure that it's aligned with the SDGs. We will also wrap up this section by focusing on a lot of skills that you need, like the storytelling, creating solid pitches, and making sure that you really frame your solution correctly and present it to your management, your colleagues, and to the world. Here are some few examples of solutions that were created throughout the years. For example, Kenjan in Kenya, they had the problem, and the problem that they just identified at the beginning of the program was that they don't have a lot of charging stations for electric vehicles. And then the challenge, so through the challenge identification and challenge definition phase, they said, and they were talking about how they can contribute to mobilize more collaborative ecosystem around electric vehicles in the country. So then this was the challenge, and in module 4 and module 5, the solution that was developed is to really build and operate the grid charging stations to increase the uptake of electric vehicles across the country. And they developed a full-fledged project and slide decks, and they were able to pitch it to the management, but also to external stakeholders at the end. And by external stakeholders and pitching, this is again where we come back to September 2023 on the sidelines of the SDG Summit. We will organize a big SDG Innovation Summit to get the chance to showcase the solutions and the projects. It will be a great platform for young professionals to really share experiences and things that they have learned and celebrate the momentum that they have built over the course of the 9 months. In addition to this, each country will have a local showcase event where you will get the chance to showcase your project to local practitioners. Excuse me, to local practitioners, and a panel sometimes made out of UN professionals, professionals from the academia sector, and else. So again, it's a really exciting program. We tried as much as possible to really present the highlights of the program. We know that a lot of questions will emerge out of this, and now is the time to really answer them. But before, here are some frequently asked questions, and maybe you also have them in the Q&A chat function. So if the company is not based in a country where we are running the accelerator, how you can take part in the program? So unfortunately, this is a country level program only. So only companies that are based in Global Compact local networks that are taking part in this accelerator can take part. So to check the list of companies, you can either go back to the slides after this call or check out our website to check the list of countries. Now, if you don't want to take part in this accelerator as innovator or in country level, you can also participate in other countries as mentors and experts. So please feel free to reach out to the local networks and ask them if you could be able to support as mentor or expert. If young professionals from subsidiaries of the UN Global Compact participate in the program, yes, as long as the parent company is a participating company. If you are a subsidiary based in any other local network that is taking part of the program, then you are eligible to participate. The time commitment for innovators, it is expected that innovators attend up to 5 in-person one-day workshops throughout the 9-month period, and spend 2 to 3 hours per week on on-demand and learning activities and group project development. That's a very common question, why we categorize young professionals as 35 and under. We know that there is no set definition for the age of a young professional, and young professionals are normally between 21 and 40, but many organizations, including the UN, recognizing young adulthood as being between 18 and 34. What kind of companies are encouraged to apply? Because it is an innovation-focused program, we will favor companies that are involved in innovation, research and development, engineering, but we encourage knowledge sharing. So we want innovators that are not involved in sustainability departments, so coming from really different departments to sign up for the program. And it's actually a great opportunity to teach other departments that traditionally are really separated from the sustainability department about the SDGs. How do I apply? You could apply through your company local networks, through reaching out to them, but you could also apply through the both links that will be shared in the chat function, but also available on the UNGC website. And as a reminder, the recruitment period will end on January 13, 2023. And with that, we'll now open it up to other questions from the chat section. All right, we've received so many questions. Is there a limit for number of participants from the same company? So each company is allowed to send up to 4 teams. But this is also depending on the local network capacity. So I do encourage you to connect with the local network and ask about their specific requirements. But each company can select up to 4 teams, and each team is 2 to 4 individuals. All right. Someone said that they would like to know how they can register or contact the regional office. And they are not registered, so they are not network members. That's a very good question. So the way to do this is to go on our website, click on local networks, and see the local network representative. We have, for all the local networks, we have the name, the email, and a phone number to contact. So we do encourage you to connect with the local network through this email. Alternatively, you could also send this request to us, to the SDG Innovation team. So SDG Innovation at unglobalcompact.org, and we can put you in touch with the local network in your own country. Sorry. Someone asked if there is any face-to-face sessions during the program. Yes, and that's the beauty of it. But it could be different from country to country due to capacity restrictions. But we do encourage all our local networks to really have this face-to-face interaction, because this is what makes the program really rich and exciting. Someone asked, what's the difference between this program and the Young SDG Innovators, and can I join both? So this is the new version of the Young SDG Innovator program. The Young SDG Innovators program is no longer available. This is our SDG Innovation flagship accelerator. So you are encouraged to join this one instead. Someone is asking if a specialist or associate level employees attend the program, or should the participants be entry-level manager at minimum? We do not have specific requirements regarding the position. As long as you're below the age of 35, then you are good to go. Someone is asking if they can participate individually as a startup organization, or if every member of the team must submit an application. Unfortunately, no, you cannot take part individually. This is a team-based program, so you have to create a team. The team is 2 to 4 individuals, aged below the age of 35. In addition to this, you should identify a champion within your startup to be working on this program. Someone from someone just asked about the budget that they should allocate for this program as a company, and who they can contact to be able to do so. Again, I know that this question came from someone based in the US, so I encourage you to connect with the local network in the US, or connect with us, the team, the SDG Innovation team, and we'll be able to connect you. And then you can discuss those details internally with the program manager facilitating and running this accelerator in the US. Someone is asking if you have a timeline of the program. Yes, we did present a very brief timeline, but we have a detailed one that will be available as soon as you join, with all the sessions and when every and each session will take place in the program. Another interesting question, can someone working with civil society organization apply? Unfortunately, no, this program is only for business organizations. However, you could support as a mentor or expert. So please feel free to either reach out to the Global SDG Innovation team or the local network in your country to see how you could support this program. Someone is asking if we have to find mentors ourselves or will the UNGC provide mentors? No, you will be matched with a mentor. This is our job to match you with a mentor. Here, I would like to open a small parenthesis and say that mentors, they will sign a non-disclosure agreement because they are not allowed to share about your product or your solution with any other stakeholders. So we really value the privacy of businesses and the integrity, and we make sure that the mentors act accordingly. Do you already know when the meetings in person in each country will be? Yes and no, but if you reach out to the local network in your country, they will be able to give you a local timeline. And here is where you will be able to understand the different components and the different deadlines and dates that are scheduled for 2023. Someone is asking, what would be the practical tasks for champions in the company? Do you have a guideline for that role? Yes, we do. So we have a document with guidelines that the local networks will be able to share with you. But in a nutshell, we really ask the champions to touch base with their teams at least every 2 months, let's say, just to make sure that they are really on the right track and working according to the program expectations and everything, and the company expectations. And this is a great opportunity to really have this bird eye view from a company perspective on the work that the innovators are doing. And most importantly, we really rely on the champions to facilitate any needed conversation and discussion with other business units and even with upper management, because we know that sometimes young professionals, they do not have access to upper management. So we ask the champion to really facilitate this discussion and be able to support them internally within the company with whatever they might need. All right. Someone is asking if we have to be from the countries listed on the website. Yes, unfortunately, it's a country-based program, so you have to be based in one of those countries. So someone asked a very interesting question. They said that the company is a large global organization, and due to commitments, senior management, and eventually SDG action, my company fails to implement any recommended SDG actions as a result. What are the consequences? So just to give you an idea of what happens after the program, we really target corporate behavior change. So yes, maybe our short-term goal is to come up with a solution, but our long-term goal is to really change and shift the way companies and employees see the SDGs and sustainability within their companies. So it's way beyond the project itself or the product itself. Ideally, we would like to see those projects come to life. We would want to see upper management and senior management really taking the lead and implementing those solutions. But if it's not, it's also a great exercise and a great training over the course of the 9 months on how to think effectively, how to address the SDGs in any project that will emerge in the future, and how to think in a very different way to really disrupt the company, the sector that you work with, and eventually the local communities. Is there any possibility to extend the program to other countries or have it entirely virtually? I'm in Canada, and I'm sure many young professionals from various industries would like to participate. Unfortunately, this is not available at the time being because it's a very it's an extensive program that requires a lot of resources, and not all of our local networks are ready to be able to implement it live. However, a lot of the sessions that will be available to the innovators at the end of this accelerator will also, some of them, be open to the general public. So we do invite you to join the UNGC Academy, where we will be able to share a lot of news and events and sessions around innovation and breakthrough technologies, breakthrough mindsets, all those new nice topics. But I do understand that it's a shame that we cannot really run it in person in other local networks, but we do our best to expand the program, and hopefully next year we'll be able to run it in even more countries than the 16 that we have today. Someone is asking about the location of the in-person workshops in the US. I believe it's in Arizona, but please feel free to reach out to the local network in the US, as they will be able to give you more information on the location, the exact dates, and all the information that you will need to take part in. All right, here's another question. I am working at a globally applicable sustainability certificate scheme. It's not a company producing any common product, either a conventional service, but developing and improving sustainability certification. Does that also comply with the requirements to be part of the acceleration program? Yes. So we do invite you to first join the UN Global Compact. And as soon as you join the UN Global Compact in your respective country, you would be able to benefit from all our accelerator programs as long as you are registered as a business, so for profit, then you would be able to take part in this accelerator. Someone from Turkey is asking how many participants will there be in total? Will there be a separate program for each country? Yes, so each country is running this curriculum that I showed you on the screen. They are running it locally, and those are the in-person innovation workshops. Now the live sessions and the on-demands, they are available for everyone, but you will be taking them in the Turkey track and Turkey section. For the participants, we do not have a final number because the registration ends on January 13th. So until then, we don't have an answer, but we do expect to have a large number of companies and innovators join. Someone is asking that they are a group of companies and the Global Compact is signed by the main company. Can we provide participants from each group company? Yes. So this is what I mentioned about the subsidiaries. So please do reach out to your local network, and then we will get in touch with our participant and engagement team. We will see how the process will be for you. If you have subsidiaries that are registered in local networks that are running the program. If not, we will make sure that you are registered, and we will take all the necessary measures to have you take part of the program. Someone is asking about the cost of the training over the period of 9 months. We do not have any costs associated to this program. If you are a UN Global Compact participant, then you automatically can benefit from this accelerator. However, some local networks, they have a small fee associated with the program. So we do recommend that you reach out to your local network directly and see if they have any fees for this year. Someone said that they registered their company's interest in October. When will you know if the application is successful? I would say by the end of the year, you will know, because right now we are in the process of reviewing all the applications and making sure that you fit all the requirements. We have our local networks working, we have our integrity team, and all the teams at the global level as well, working together to make sure that we onboard and we approved all the successful applications. All right. I see a lot of questions around teams, and if the teams, they need to be based in the same country. Yes, we have an example of a company that is based in 2 different countries, and both countries, they are running the program, and they are nominating 2 individual and 2 separate teams. One, I believe, in the UK and one in the US. And they would be working independently. Each team will be based in the country where they are operating, and will have innovators and champions that are different from the other country. Someone said, please specify, is it under 35 or 35 and under? It is 35 and under. So if you're 35, you're good. We will end, for the sake of time, with this last question. Do the teams compete with each other? No, it is not a competition. We know that this aspect is very important to us. We really want to make sure that everyone benefits from this team, and we know that some teams will eventually reach a solution faster than other teams. Some teams will require additional support. At the end of the day, our goal is for each individual team to develop a product and a solution that they will be proud of, and that eventually they will be able to implement it and bring it to the market. So it's a competition against ourselves, honestly, to just see how far we can go, how creative we can go. But no, we're not competing as teams. All right, with that, if you have any additional questions, if you have any question that was not answered, we do apologize. But also you can get in touch through the email that you see on the screen, which is the SDG Innovation at unglobalcompact.org, or you can contact me also directly. Here's my email address, and we will make sure to have all your questions answered. And as I said before, this is a recorded session. The recording will be available. The slides will be available as well. We really hope to see as many of you join us in this very exciting accelerator. And we're really looking forward to seeing so many solutions and impactful projects in 2023. Thank you again for joining this session, and we wish you a good rest of the day, night, or evening, because we know that we have such a global audience today. Thanks again, and goodbye.